guys, welcome back to Super Dynamic Bros. My name is Michael Sarabona.
I'm Isaiah Amaro.
And today we'll be reviewing It. Ooh. Alright, Isaiah, what were your thoughts on this movie?
I liked it. It was really good.
Oh, so you liked it?
I thought it was great.
Oh no, it was
It was great.
fantastic. It was fantastic. It's really weird. It.
For a horror movie, yeah.
But no, honestly, for a horror movie, you know, it's just a great movie overall. You know, it's at parts it's really funny, at parts it's really scary. All the performances in this movie were great. I mean, you know, it's gotta be hard for, you know, like kid actors sometimes, because they're not usually the best.
No, a lot of times, of course, they're rookies or, yeah, they're first time movies, which probably a lot of them works. I don't know none of them except the kid from Stranger Things.
He was the only one that you recognize. Finn Wolfhard is his name, and
That's a badass name.
That name's fucking awesome. Pardon my French. But yeah. So all the performances from the kids were so great. You were very easy to connect to each one of them. Like, you know, they were given such like great screen time to really, you know, develop their characters and stuff. Especially the main kid, Billy.
Yeah, Stuttering Billy.
Yeah, Stuttering Billy. You know, he's kind of, you're kind of following his story throughout. You know, because the whole, you know, if you've never seen the original one, which I don't know how, because that's affected so many childhood nightmares for me. But where's I going with this?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy. Yeah. So like, you know, it's just so easy to like follow these kids throughout this crazy, creepy adventure, and I gotta give hats off to all the kid performances. They were all...
Yeah, I'm super glad too they stuck with the kids, unlike the original version where it went to adults and then now you're just focusing on them. Because I like the character development on this story. How like you follow the kids, you actually care for the kids now once you see their backstory and what they're afraid of. Most of the kids, I don't know. What was the other kid, the one that didn't do anything?
I think like the two that they really kind of didn't give that much of character development was Stan and Mike.
Yeah.
Which I liked Mike, but you know he shows up in the beginning of the movie, but then doesn't really
meet up with the other kids until maybe like the end of the middle.
Yeah, like halfway through. So he's kind of gone throughout it, and yeah, Stan was kind of, you know, I don't know kid actors' names, but Stan was kind of the one who didn't really have much.
Yeah, he was kind of like a scared, didn't want to go to places, but yet you had someone like that already, which was Eddie, the kid that breaks his arm in the movie. So it's like, why are you going to have two of them, but yet Eddie does more than him?
Yeah.
So he was kind of really pointless in this movie. Like, the only difference, okay, you had that one scare moment when the painting came alive. That was about it. Yeah.
But, I mean, I think the real, like, scene stealer throughout the movie was, the kid from Stranger Things, the one who plays Richie. That kid is going places.
And I was afraid too he was going to be typecast and was going to be the same character as Stranger Things, but this was a whole different character.
I mean, yeah, he's in another story where it's set in the 80s, being, you know, chased by a monster.
But yeah, he was the funny one in this one, the comedy relief.
He plays a completely different character than the one in Stranger Things, which good. The kids got range.
Exactly. No.
Kids got range, you know. It's like a young Leo.
But I guess the main kid in the story, Billy, Billy, he was good actually. Yeah, you see him like building up his confidence, like taking control of his stuttering, be more of the leader of the group.
Yeah, he was the strong. He was like the strong one, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's Bev, the one girl of the group. I think she really did have the best character arc.
Yeah, her backstory was, it was pretty realistic.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, out of all the kids, she's really the one who kind of had it the worst, and yeah, she was just like, and you're kind of scared, like, oh, is she just gonna be like a damsel in distress the entire time?
No, she held her own.
Yeah, she was a strong character, you know, good for her. And then who was Ben?
Yeah.
Ben was cool. I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but Ben is cool.
Ben, he holds his own a lot. Like in situations where most kids would be in tears or probably going home, never wants to leave his house. He steps up to the plate a lot.
Ben was the one badass dude.
He took a lot of blows.
Say that.
Yeah.
and that's the crazy thing about this movie. If you've seen the original TV movie, it's made in the 90s. It was a TV movie. They really weren't allowed to do a lot of things, but this is a hard R.
No holdbacks, even in the beginning with Georgie.
Yeah,
I was like, I jumped.
This movie does not pull any punches. This is a violent, pretty gory movie, and there's a lot of images that really sticks with you even after the credits. Like, it does not pull any punches.
No, and the typical town they live in is basically a regular old Stephen King town. You got the parents, the adults who don't really do much.
Yeah.
The bullies who go like above and beyond regular bullies, and their troubling backstories.
Yeah, it's a typical Stephen King, but it works.
It was great.
It literally works, and I guess we do gotta touch upon Pennywise.
Yeah, the star of the
crazy.
Yeah, when you think of Pennywise, of course you're gonna think of Tim Curry's.
Yeah, and
character.
Say what you want about that original TV movie. Hey, he was great back then, but this new Pennywise just brings a whole nother level of he just gets under your skin. Just the way he talks, the way he moves.
And it was a perfect mix of practical mixed with CGI, but to the point where it looked realistic as far as like makeup on his face, little CGIs on his eyes. And the way he turns a little demonic too. It's like, oh.
There was this really kind of cool like visual style to his character. It kind of reminded me of like early Tim Burton. Like early Tim Burton movies,
like
how
Beetlejuice,
like Beetlejuice and stuff like that type of like visual
psychological type scares, not like typical nowadays horror movie jump scares.
Yeah, no, I mean this movie had jump scares, but it
wasn't like every 5 seconds jump scare.
It's not the jump scares that are gonna scare you. It's just how you process it all. That's what's gonna scare you,
And then throughout the movie, you see Pennywise like in the beginning. Everybody's afraid of him. He feeds on fear, so he's really powerful. But then once the kids start conquering their fears, getting used to him, that's when they started dying down, and then his scariness became less than minimum. Like they could kind of defeat him now. Like especially even Beth too. After she like whatever she does to conquer her fear, I don't want to spoil that. I was about to say it too, but she ends up looking at him like, okay, you're nothing to me now. Yeah,
and it just shows that these are not typical kids. These are really strong characters that are inside this movie, and that's what makes it. That's what makes it a whole different experience. That's the problem with most horror movies these days. You don't care about the characters. Like, I'm going to give an example. Like, Annabelle Creation.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good horror movie. I didn't really care about the characters that much. That's why
they all could have died at the end. I would have been okay
with it. And I would have not cared, but
that would have been actually pretty cool, though. But yeah, I wouldn't have cared at the end. But honestly, no, everybody made it out alive.
But in this movie, every little thing that happened to these kids, like, I cared.
Yeah.
Like, I cared about it all, because that's just what good performances and good writing does for you. That's why even horror movies can be good at this level.
Yeah.
So that's why oh no, sorry, I'm just cutting you off.
No, it's good. I was almost cutting you off. No, I was gonna say either way too, this is like a good show. Like if they ever wanted to redo Nightmares on Elm Street, this is a perfect way to take note of how to do a hard-rated horror movie but based on kids and not just like adult kids.
I think what I kept hearing the comparison to, it's kind of like I've heard this a couple times, that it's like Stand By Me or like Goonies kind of mixed with like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I got that vibe too, like a Stranger Things, Goonies mixed with like Nightmares on Elm Street, where like the adults don't really know he's there because he's mostly focusing on kids. That's what.
So here's the question: does Finn Wolfhard are these movies good because he's in them, or is he just choose such great stuff?
I think he's just got really lucky.
It's a one lucky kid.
Well, when you're basing off of horror movies, yeah, I mean, it's pretty lucky.
But I'm saying he's 2 for 2 for 80s style horror movies
and TV shows.
So I think he's the key.
I wouldn't mind if they do another one like Nightmares on Elm Street with him.
Finn Wolfhard. you're going places.
Until he hits puberty and then nobody wants to talk to him. No more.
Yeah, I won't care anymore. But overall, I think I'm gonna give this movie a score. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like almost a 10, but definitely a high 9 for me too.
Yeah, I think what doesn't make it a perfect score, I think sometimes it can get a little repetitive with the scares, just a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes too, like I felt like he was holding back where he could have just killed the kids by now, but yet you're torturing with them. I don't know to what level, what part do you need to get them to kill him? Because every other kid on the side, you were just killing them like nothing.
Yeah, and I kind of, I know they're probably going to hold it off to the sequel, but I want to see a little more development for Pennywise.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably something they're going to hold off into the sequel, which we all know it's going to happen.
Yeah, already got greenlit way before the movie even hit theaters.
Oh, yeah. And this movie's getting crazy money, so...
Yeah.
So, yeah, honestly, go see it. It's definitely my top 10 of the year so far.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely watch it again a second time.
Oh, yeah. I'll buy that on Blu-ray. Alright, well, guys, thank you for joining us today, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Goodbye.